The reason we're here tonight, and this is the 35th tip-off dinner that I've been a part of. And what we try to do is kind of use this as kind of closing the preseason, okay, and getting ready for the season. All right, so as soon as they come back in with your drinks, then we'll eat, and then we'll go over our notebooks a little bit later. Questions? All right, good.
At Timpano's restaurant in Rockville, Maryland, Montrose Christian High School head coach Stu Vetter is hosting his annual preseason dinner. It's a tradition he began when he started coaching more than 30 years ago. This dinner is both a gift to the team after a long preseason and an opportunity to let them know what he expects.
This notebook you keep, have it ready whenever we need it. We'll call a meeting. You have to have the notebook ready. Now it's time to start focusing on what you're here for. Okay, your season. Okay, it's important that we start practice, tomorrow. That you're prepared, you get enough rest, that you're ready to go. All right, it's important that you understand what I expect from you as a player and as a person, because we really worked hard to get guys that really going to believe in what we want you to be. Okay.
Во-первых, обратите внимание, что в спортивном никто не сидит. Все сидят пиджаки, галстуки и белые рубашки. Тренер заставлял нас на все официальные мероприятия и все игры всегда одеваться в костюмы. Он даже игры называл не играми, а бизнес-встречами. Мы приехали делать бизнес, он так всегда говорил. Еще он нас приучал одеваться на ту работу, которую мы хотим в будущем иметь. То есть если ты на одной должности, а человек, должность которого ты хочешь заполучить, всегда носит дорогой костюм, то он нас приучал тоже носить костюмы с пиджаками, пусть, естественно, не самые дорогие, потому что это школьники и денег особо нет. Но все равно это приучает к определенной дисциплине. Во-вторых, про эти тетради. Там всегда было очень много информации, и она в течение года дополнялась. То есть туда кидались все наши комбинации. Естественно, это 2005 год, не было ни у кого смартфонов как таковых, поэтому комбинации мы смотрели там, расписание игр мы смотрели там, скаутинг нам тоже давали на бумаге распечатанной. Мы все это прикрепляли в нашу тетрадь, в нашу байндер, это называлось, нашу папку. Всегда носили ее с собой, как еще один учебник, который надо было периодически изучать. Тоже очень хорошая практика, мне очень нравится. Естественно, не все по-честному пользовались такой услугой, но мне она нравилась, когда вся информация в одном месте, это очень удобно.
Okay, and the first thing we want in the Do You Qualify is we want you to be a good person. Okay, and I think we've got good people here. Do you listen with your eyes and with an open mind when someone speaks to you? When I'm talking to you on the court, make sure you make eye contact with me. Stop and make eye contact. If I'm talking, don't be walking away. Okay, because I will jump down your throat, as you will see. The guys that have been here will tell you, okay, I can get on you pretty good. Okay, and I'm loud. Are you able to accept criticism? A good coach is going to tell you where you are and what you need to do to get to where you want to be. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you all the things you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the things you need to hear. So you got to be able to accept the criticism and get better from it. Do you care about your school, your coaches, and your teammates? Do you care? Do you really care? That's a big statement. Do you care? I want guys that care, legitimately care. We care about you. That's just as important. If we didn't care about you, we wouldn't try to do the best for you. But we want you to care about our coaches, our school, and your teammates. You represent our program every time you walk through that hallway, okay? Because you're a role model. You don't choose to be a role model. Somebody chooses you. If everything I said is part of what you want to be, then you have a chance to be a part of the best basketball program in the country. But if you buy into everything, you will become the best player that you can be, and we will have the best team that we can possibly have. This can be a special season if everybody's on the same page.
Главным успехом этого тренера являлись две вещи. Строжайшая дисциплина и тот страх, который он вселял в своих игроков. Ведь мы всегда боялись его гнева и делали все, чтобы он не злился на нас. Я знаю, что это звучит довольно смешно, но в те времена, 2005 год, это все работало, и у нас команды всегда исполняли его требования до последней буквы. Если вы заметите, голос у мужчины очень сильный, человек он очень требовательный, со строгим взглядом, и с самого начала он дает понять, кто главный в спортивном зале. А лично я присутствовал всего лишь на одном подобном ужине, потому что в этой школе я провел всего один сезон. Но, как мне говорили ребята, которые играли в этой команде больше 1 года, речь всегда примерно одинаковая. В конце добавлялось, что это может быть особенный сезон, лучшая команда в стране, и что нужно выполнять все те требования, о которых он говорит, чтобы иметь шанс выиграть чемпионство. Мне кажется, это правильные слова. У каждой команды должна быть надежда на победу.
Coach Stu Vetter has been roaming the sidelines of high school basketball in Washington, D.C. for over 30 years. During that time, he has won more than 800 games, 2 national championships, and been named the National Coach of the Year twice. In addition, his program has produced 8 NBA players and more than 100 Division I college players.
Well, I've been very fortunate throughout my coaching career to have some outstanding players. I mean, some of the players that people would recognize would be Dennis Scott, who I had at Flint Hill, along with players like George Lynch, Randolph Childress, Cameron Dollar, Nate James at St. John's at Prospect Hall. Since 2003, we've had 3 guys drafted into the NBA. Lennis Kleza, obviously people know Kevin Durant, and then most recently Gravis Vasquez. So we've had some outstanding players, but not just outstanding players, outstanding people, and that's what I'm most proud of.
Vetter hopes his lessons translate off the court as well.
What we're trying to teach is values that will carry over for a lifetime, not just discipline and structure and practice, but Christian values are very, very important. But work ethic probably defines us more than anything else, a solid work ethic. So I feel as our staff, we have to give those players our best effort to make them the best that they can be.
An idea his assistants can testify to.
Going through this program is just an invaluable experience for anyone. They understand what's necessary to be successful, they understand the work ethic, and just understand that nothing comes easy, and you have to earn everything. The track record speaks for itself. All Coach Vetter's players, they go on to be successful people and make an impact.
Have good practice. Ready?
Program is a word that Coach Vetter uses a lot. He has coached at 4 different schools, but he and his players view them all as one family.
Well, being part of Coach Vetter's program, it was something that everyone wouldn't have a chance to be a part of. It was unique. You know, at that time, you know, Coach Vetter's program was always one of the top programs in the country every year. So there was always great players. I mean, it was like, hey, you want to be a part of this, you have to prove yourself. You know, you come into the program, it's all the guys that came in before you, you know, they paved the way. And it's unique. You know, when you say, hey, you're a player from, you know, Coach Vetter's program, you know, it's a badge of honor that you wear, and you wear it with pride. You know, even to this day, you know, we are like brothers.
With this type of legacy, high expectations greet each new Montrose team, and the 2009 edition was no exception. However, things didn't go as planned. A mid-season transfer of star player Terrence Ross, as well as several record-breaking snowstorms, played havoc with the team's cohesion.
Last year, it was tough because so many things going on. Every week it was something different. You know, if it was from players not being responsible for their actions, or if it was from players not willing to work hard enough. We had the talent, but towards the end of the year, one of our star players, Terrence Ross, decided to make a jump from here to back to his hometown school. That was tough for our team because it was heading into the national championship tournament, and it was the time of the major snowstorm that we had. So we couldn't get as many practices in, and it was a rough time for him to leave.
Ну, здесь две вещи. Во-первых, Терренс Росс сейчас играет в NBA. Джастин Эндерсон, молодой человек, у которого брали интервью в этом сегменте, тоже сейчас играет в NBA. А во-вторых, при чем же здесь снежные бури? Дело в том, что Вашингтон находится примерно на широте Ташкента. И снег там выпадает крайне редко, не больше недели в году. И там экономически выгоднее закрыть практически все учреждения на ту неделю, чем держать снегоочистительное оборудование. И поэтому, когда выпадает снег, периодически раз в несколько лет бывает и больше, чем неделю, то на это время все сидят дома, никто никуда не ходит, открыты только продуктовые магазины и, соответственно, больницы и места первой необходимости. Но школьные учебные заведения закрыты, в зал не попасть, машины не ездят, все останавливается. Поэтому, когда Джастин говорит, что снежные бури очень помешали, это вполне возможно, что им пришлось и в районе 2 недель сидеть без тренировок и без зала.
One of the players on that team is current Duke freshman Josh Hairston.
We did have a rough year last year. We had players who were unhappy with, you know, whether it be playing time or just any other things that were going on in the program. You know, we just couldn't win games. I don't want to say that we weren't a very good team, because we were. We were very talented and we all played hard and we all wanted to win, but we never got in sync like we should have. We never played together like we should have.
Let's go.
Anxious to put last year behind them, this year's team shows plenty of promise.
I think this team is balanced. I think we have some outstanding guard play this year. You know, guard play was a weakness last year, and it showed up in the latter part of the season. What they have to learn, because we have a lot of new guys, is what it takes to be good. So how bad do you want to be good? You know, how hard do you want to work? It's the work part that players have to buy into. And if they buy into that, this team has a chance to be very good.
Good job. Go!
Montrose Christian is entering the 2010 season ranked 9th in the nation, and they have their eyes set on a national title. The 2010 team boasts several important returnees, led by Justin Anderson, senior Tyler Hubbard, and Venezuelan forward Michael Carrera. Coach Vetter has also added several talented newcomers, including Villanova commit Tyrone Johnson.
Tyrone has the ability, I think, to be one of the best guards in the country. He's one of those guys you may term as a game player, okay, and he has that ability to turn it up. But if he wants to be great, he has to come every single day.
And Puerto Rican Carmelo Bentoncourt.
Carmelo is a very good, pure point guard. He's very unselfish, who makes everybody around him better.
One of the key returnees this year is highly recruited swingman Justin Anderson, a 6'6" junior. Anderson is known for his highlight reel dunks and infectious enthusiasm. A starter since freshman year, Justin is now an upperclassman, and expectations are high.
Everybody knows Justin's an outstanding athlete, and what Justin has really done this year is decided to work really hard on his game. Off the court, Justin's an outstanding young man. He works very hard. He is a good person. You know, he cares about people, and he's just the kind of guy you want to coach.
Originally from Fredericksburg, Virginia, Justin's athleticism was apparent at an early age, and he was already dunking by the 6th grade. Intrigued by Coach Vetter's success, he enrolled at Montrose as a freshman.
I've came here because of Coach Vetter. He's a great coach. He's put out some great players, and I want to be a part of those great players. He's done tremendous things for me and my family. He's put me in a great situation, and I feel as though there is no better decision that I made.
The hard work is paying off, as this past summer, Justin was invited to play for the U.S. Under-17 national team at the World Championships in Hamburg, Germany.
I think it was a tremendous experience for me. This experience humbled me a lot by not being able to start and play as many minutes as I'm used to playing, but also it was bigger than that, not only because I made the team, but I'm playing for my country, and nothing felt better to me to stand on that podium and listen to our Star Spangled Banner.
His success has not gone without notice, and he is attracting the attention of some of the biggest programs in college basketball.
I'm being recruited by Texas, Oklahoma, University of Maryland, the University of Duke, the University of North Carolina, University of Louisville, the University of Virginia. I don't know, there's so many.
But all this attention comes at a price.
На видео показан тренажерный зал, и в конце уходила дверь в офис главного тренера. И все письма, которые вот на этом видео указаны, они сначала приходят тренеру. Ну, тренер, соответственно, сделал несколько ящиков с нашими именами, и наши письма рассовывал туда. И каждый день мы приходили, проверяли и смотрели, кто же нам что прислал, какого цвета и размера конверты. Было очень интересно. Не знаю до конца, зачем это сделано, но, наверное, для того, чтобы еще на один уровень вывести соревновательный дух в этой команде.
Recruiting is not as fun or glamorous as people think it is. When you walk into a gym and you may see Coach K sitting in the bleachers watching me play, it looks great from the outside, but from the inside it's so tough because it's a lot of pressure. I feel as though that comes with it.
However, with expectations high this season, Justin has set his sights on the ultimate prize.
We have very high expectations of the season. We feel like we have a very, very good chance of winning the national championship. I've never been with a group of guys that have been so willing to give and sacrifice all of their individual accomplishments and awards and put it together and make a great team. And I feel like if we carry this attitude throughout the whole season, we have a very good chance of winning this championship.
Ready? Yeah, let's go.
Practice at Montrose Christian is a disciplined routine. In addition to the pre-practice running, jump rope, and shooting form drills, each practice begins with a quote and a point of emphasis.
And along those lines, what's our slogan for the day? Carmelo.
The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step.
Okay, good. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Now, how does that apply to us? Cedric, how does it apply to us?
We have to go hard every day in practice to get where we want to be.
Okay, that's part of it. That's part of it. Anybody want to add something to it? Go ahead.
You can't get to that 1,000 miles without starting.
Yeah, okay. It's a long process. And our point of emphasis on defense today is what? Tyrone?
Ball pressure.
Ball pressure. Good. Ball pressure. Yeah, and that's true in any of the defenses that we use. Okay, full court, man-to-man, zone, whatever. Got to have good ball pressure all the time. Any questions? Let's have good practice. Ready?
Раздевалки находились на первом этаже, а зал находился на втором. Соответственно, чтобы начать тренировку, мы всегда поднимались по лестнице, открывали дверь, ждали приглашения на тренировку. Господи, так смешно звучит, но на самом деле так и было. Ждали приглашения, он нас приглашал тренироваться, мы, значит, бегали круги, потом быстрая разминка и собирались в центральном круге. Вот речь здесь идет про слоган на сегодняшний день и главную цель тренировки. Все эти слоганы и цели были напечатаны и расположены у нас в раздевалке всегда. То есть на каждый день эта бумажка менялась. Также там были написаны составы, кто в белой форме, кто в зеленой. Ну вот, и примерно какое расписание тренировки, какие упражнения мы будем выполнять. Также такое же расписание было у всех тренеров. И во время тренировки всегда запускался таймер. И примерно по этому таймеру, конечно, не идеально, но примерно по нему тренировка проходила. То есть вот строжайшая дисциплина до последней буквы.
In addition to developing players, Vetter also believes in developing coaches. This year's team has 5 assistants.
What I think it's my responsibility is to not only coach my team, but to help other coaches. You know, you see I have a large staff, and they're all outstanding coaches.
The staff is led by Dan Preet.
Dan Preet's been with me for 10 years. Dan Preet is a tremendous friend, a man that I respect greatly, and is a great basketball guy. He does a great job with scouting, he does a great job with the kids individually, helps run the basketball camps.
Mark Vincent and Don Shoplin concentrate on working with the big men.
Here, let me hear you talk, Kevin. We should have big voices. Don't talk to yourself.
While Damian Jennifer and Billy Vernon work primarily with the guards.
Good, drive and kick.
Keep it here where you catch it, right where you catch it. Right where you catch it.
Помощников у него действительно очень много. Обычно в команде главный и ассистент. Но поработав пару лет в такой знаменитой программе, каждый тренер потом идет в основном работать в институтских командах, а это уже гораздо более престижная работа, чем работать в школьном баскетболе. Вот. Также эти помощники работают практически за бесплатно. Насколько я знаю, главный тренер сам платит им зарплаты, потому что в школьном бюджете на это денег нет. Но у главного тренера Веттера контракт не только с Найком, что иногда встречается в школьном баскетболе. У него контракт напрямую с Джорданом. И на тот момент это был один из 4 средних учебных заведений, у которого был контракт непосредственно Джордан. Поэтому вся экипировка была Джордан, кроссовки тоже Джордан. Ну и, соответственно, денежное вознаграждение было довольно приличным. Прошло 5 лет с того момента, как я играл, и записали эту документальную серию, поменялось 4 тренера, включая тренера по физподготовке.
There you go.
Newcomer Tyrone Johnson is given the chance to end the first
Fine
practice.
free throw, Tyrone Johnson. He comes to the free throw line. If he makes it, practice is over. Okay, everybody gets together over there. Get together.
1, 2, 3.
The quest for the 2010 national title is officially underway.
Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family.
By the third day of practice, fatigue has led to a lack of focus.
Ball shooting. Everybody back over here. Let's go. Okay. All right, now, we don't ever break a huddle that way. Okay? You got to be ready to practice. You come up here, that was a lousy huddle. You're going to find out practice is going to be a lot longer and a lot tougher unless you're ready to go every single day. Not going to tell you again. Get in the huddle and then sprint where you're supposed to go.
Let's go. Pick it up. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Right.
And sloppy play.
Freeze! We saw the ball break loose. What's the first rule? How many times I want everybody to say it. Guard the basket. Okay, that's every time. We could care less what this guy does. Guard the basket first. Then worry about the ball. Then worry about your man.
Good, Kevin. Good, Kevin. Good, Kevin.
It's even set in for the coaches.
Good job. Good job.
You need a sub?
Yeah.
All right, baseline, quickly. Quick. A group time is the same. You have to come down and back under 10. And I'll be the judge of that. Got 32 seconds. Ready?
Conditioning is a point of pride with Vetter's teams, a fact newcomer Bruce Beckford is painfully coming to terms with.
Come on, run! Run, Bruce!
Help him up, help him up, help him up. Help him up.
Спрашивается, почему на пол падает. Ну, во-первых, этот зал, он очень маленький. Там стены со всех сторон. И поэтому, когда мы бежали эти спринты, то надо было добежать до противоположной лицевой, а обратно уже до штрафной линии, чтобы на полной скорости не врезаться в стенку. Вот. И нас учили, что если не успеваешь, то надо падать на линию практически, чтобы успеть за те 10 секунд. Ну и, соответственно, все друг другу помогали, там, кому было тяжело в тот день, держали за майки, тащили, чтобы всей командой не перебегать.
No, don't take it off now, no. Let's try it one more time. Here we go. Ready? Quick!
There we go. Take it down.
Come on, Kevin, come on!
Bruce makes the next sprint with the aid of teammate Donnell Diggs.
Quick! Quick! get together, get together. One shot in the practice. Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce.
Baseline free throw, get on the baseline. Baseline free throw, spread out. Remember, go down and back if he misses. If he hits it, practice is over. Here we go. Got to go down and back under 10. Ready? Go, 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 go. Come on, Bruce.
Come on, Bruce. Come on, Bruce.
Come on, Bruce. Come on, Bruce. Go, Bruce. Help him up.
Good work, Bepper.
One shot to end the practice. Point towards whoever you want. Point towards everyone. All right, Yuki, here we go. Go, Yuki. One shot to end the practice. Hold it, Yuki. How many did you hit out in the shoot-a-thon? What? 951 out of 1,000, right? Okay, now let's see if the pressure's on and see what you can do.
Let's go, Yuki. Let's go, Yuki.
Get together, get together, get together.
Get it up.
Have a seat. All right, now, practice today was not as good at first, okay? You guys picked it up towards the end, all right? But you got to be ready from the very beginning. The intensity is good. I think a lot of you are nervous. I think a lot of you are going too quick. You know, there's an old slogan that says, you know, be quick, but don't hurry. I think right now we're kind of hurrying a little bit, okay? But that'll come. That'll come as we go along. Any questions on anything? Okay, tomorrow I want you seated and in the study hall at 3:30, not 3:31, 3:30. Get there and be ready to study, get your stuff done. Because you guys are going to be late again tonight because you got strength training coming up.
Strength coach Matt Johnson oversees the team's weightlifting, while the coaches meet to discuss practice.
What did you think of practice in general?
You were lethargic to start.
I thought the intensity was good. I mean,
Yeah.
throughout, and they're competing. They're just trying to play too fast. And
Like you said, they need to slow down.
So we had Tyrone as the #1 player on 2 cards. Donnell 1, Yuki 1. What did you think in general of Tyrone?
That was the best I've seen him.
Yeah, I thought he was good today.
it's the hardest he went.
Defensively, he went hard today in that drill. Yeah, I was pleased. I told him that afterwards. I thought he really played hard.
I've never seen him compete that hard for that long.
Yeah,
Seen that.
yeah,
I
that was
think this is
good.
the 3rd day in a row he's had his best practice.
Yeah.
And just about every day, you guys have got Yuki down. Every day, as a matter of fact. Any comments on him, Yuki?
He does everything. I mean, and he's communicating better more than anything.
Yeah, he is talking a little bit now, yeah. And then most everybody's got Tyler today. So I think Tyler's doing a terrific job as far as communicating and trying to tell everybody what he's supposed to do. So
I think all these guys are trying to do the right
yeah,
thing.
they are. Even
Now,
if we could just teach Bruce how to dive and when to dive.
He might dive on the other end, coach. Like
But that was really a good first opportunity to see that adversity, because it's the first time, you know, they had to look at each other and try to encourage each other. You see who can talk to one guy and who can't talk and who can't communicate and who can. So it's good. That was good. For right now, I think we're right about where we want to be for the first 3 practices. Okay, thanks, guys.